Hello, everybody. Thank you for staying. I'm Sandra Stein. I'm a trauma counselor therapist. I also like to do some writing, and I facilitate groups too. And I must say, this must be the biggest group I've facilitated so far, so thank you very much for making it to come true. I am going to talk about this inner critical self, these voices, these thoughts, these beliefs that we carry about us that can be quite harsh, critical, negative. But before I go ahead, as a therapist, I know this can be quite triggering and sensitive. So if you help me with this, I would like to do a grounding exercise with you before we go ahead. You okay with that? Thank you. Can you place both of your feet on the floor? You can shut your eyes if you want to, or not. And feel the ground underneath your feet. Press your feet against the ground. Wiggle your toes. Feel that the ground is supporting your feet. Take your attention now to where you are sitting. Feel that your body is being supported by the seat you're sitting at. Let your muscles relax, sink in, and feel that the seat is supporting your weight. Take a deep breath and exhale. Say to yourself, I'm safe, I'm supported. I'm safe, I'm supported. And if you feel comfortable, turn to the person next to you and say, you are safe, you are supported. Thank you very much. So these voices, these thoughts that we carry with us, and they can be very quiet, sometimes unconscious, but sometimes very loud. We learn them throughout our lives. We learn them as children from the environment we grow up, passively most of the time, because children, they learn by observing. They learn just watching how the quality of the environment interact with them. But also as adults, we still carry on learning a lot of hurtful messages about ourselves, sometimes mostly in the relationships that we are in, they are not so nurturing. The hurtful thing about this, besides the fact that we are haunted by these very embedded feelings, which I call in my practice existential wounds, is that we adapt to them. We do anything not to experience them, not to feel them. And we create adaptations, we create coping mechanisms. And they can go by like this. So if somewhere inside you, in the secrecy of your soul, you believe that you are a failure, you do anything to not experience yourself as a failure. You avoid adventures, you don't apply for that job, you hide, you procrastinate, you underachieve. Another example is, if you believe in the very, very deep of yourself that you are unlovable, not attractive, unwanted, you avoid connection. You disconnecting from yourself, from the world. You are that kind of, I don't know if you heard about it, but avoidant attachment style kind of person. because you do not want to find out that you are not lovable, which is not true. So how do we do then to heal these thoughts, these messages that are affecting our lives so much? Because the way we talk to ourselves is how we treat us, and is how we treat others, how we experience ourselves, how we experience in the world. Well, before we go to an exercise that I was thinking of practicing with all of us to explore what I'm saying, is I want to give you 3 examples of case studies to show you how these messages about us can affect our lives. Take Mary, for example. Mary was born in a particular ethnic family where culturally it was frowned upon to have a very dark skin. And her skin was darker than everybody else in the family. She was made to feel less than, worthless, invisible. She was mistreated. She was ostracized. And this blueprint that she believed it was her existence haunted her. And her mechanisms to not experience that was to abuse alcohol, drugs, and toxic relationships. And the thing about these thoughts of us is that when we're trying to get rid of them, we actually engage in things, in actions, in relationships that just reinforce them. That's the tricky bit when we're not aware of it. Or take John, for example. John, during his school time experience, he was picked on, he was bullied, he didn't feel cool, he didn't feel attractive, he wasn't part of any group, he felt unwanted, he felt that he didn't belong. But he figured out a way to adapt. I will make jokes. I will be the clown. I will be the performer. And all of a sudden, everybody wants him to be the clown. And he felt part of, he felt he belonged. Fast forward, that was John's way of expressing himself, because he could not attempt to express his real self, because that was a danger of abandonment and rejection. So he was the clown, he was the performer, as an adult grown man. Or take me, for example. I grew up in a very poor environment in Brazil, in the north of Brazil, on the 80s. And I experienced every single terror a child could go through. I'm a survivor of all sorts of trauma. I started my healing late in life when I found therapy. But my healing opened a path to help and understand other hurting people. And that's what my call is now. But my wound is, sometimes, I'm still dealing with it, I'm invisible, I'm nothing, I'm worthless, I'm not clever, I'm not intelligent. If I don't exist, it won't make any difference. So I would like to do a little experiment with you, a little exercise. If, again, you guys are keen to participate. So I would like you to think about a thought, and I understand this takes a process, so we're just going to try. Think about a thought that you have about yourself that is negative, painful, and it hurts. Bring it to the forefront of your head. Raise your hand when you have it right there. Thank you. Now, I would like you to think about the time in your life, if you can get there, the moment, the time, the person, the environment that you were in, that thought came to the surface for the first time. When you're there, raise your hand. Now, think about how this thought is affecting your life, this belief that you have about yourself is affecting your life, in your family, professionally, in your community. Raise your hand when you get there. And if you haven't come to the surface, that's the work. Right. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave you with the thought and go home. I want to offer you a very powerful tool that has changed my life and is the strongest, one of the strongest pillars of my clinical practice. Ready for that? Think about somebody that you love. Bring it to the forefront of your mind. Somebody that you want to see them doing so well, you're very fond of them. Somebody that you like very much. They are sitting here in front of you. And they are telling you that they think about them what you think about you, that thought. And as you do that, I would like you to notice two things about yourselves. One, what is your immediate reaction? What is the feeling? What is the emotion? Do you feel empathy? Do you feel empathy? Do you feel sorry? Do you feel angry? Do you feel curious? Do you want to hear more? Second thing, what would you say to them immediately in that moment? Raise your hand if you got there, guys. Wonderful. Right. So the entryway of self-healing, these thoughts that we have about us, is exactly that. It's offering that wounded part of us time, empathy, curiosity, space. Hug them. Tell them that they deserve to be happy. They deserve to be here now. They deserve to be loved. They matter. They are important. That this world is better because they exist. That you feel better because they exist. That you feel sorry that they went through what they went through. That wasn't fair. But now you can take care of them. Now they're safe. Now they're secure. Now they're supported. Because the way we connect with ourselves, it's how we connect with others. And humanity relies on it. Especially in times that we are living, times of disconnection, loneliness. It's when we most need to be going back home here, and home as a collective mind. Thank you.